Hello, all you YouTubers. This is a free X-rated speech, and I'm a pissed off American who's always pissed off about something. And today, I'm playing online Texas Hold'em, which you can play for free. That's a beautiful thing. But the bottom line is, and I was just thinking about all this TV stuff, what's going on. A lot of people need to hear the truth about Texas Hold'em. When you're watching on TV and you're playing in the casinos and whatever, everybody says, well, this guy is a professional. Oh man, you're playing on a table with a professional. All those announcers, Chad, and whoever else. What's his name? His dad used to play in Gardena, California all the time. The kid on the World Poker Tour. They call these people professionals. Let me give you a quick history on poker and what this guy on the World Poker Tour knows, but he can't say because TV has to push Texas Hold'em because that's what's making them money right now. In California, poker's been played there since 1918 in poker rooms all over the state. I played in Gardena, California. I was a board man and a floor man at a place called the Rainbow Club, which was a part of the twin clubs, with the other club being the Monterey Club. And the only game that's been played there all those years was 5-card draw poker. This guy, I can't remember his name, you can research it, he pointed out to the legislature that 5-card draw poker is a game of skill. Let me repeat that. 5-card draw poker is a game of skill. And the legislature had to agree, because it's a fact. Skill will always run down luck in 5-card draw. So anyway, poker's been played in California until 1989. It was 1989 that California legalized gambling. So they could bring in let the Indians have casinos and everything. So in 1989, California legalized gambling. That allowed the poker rooms where only 5-card draw poker, 5-card draw lowball poker, and Pan were played. It allowed them to bring in 7-card stud, Omaha, and eventually Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em wasn't the first game they brought in. The first game that came in that everybody wanted to go play and gamble at was 7-card stud. That was the popular game. Then eventually Texas Hold'em got on because it's a stadium game. You can watch it. It's fun to watch. It's kind of like craps. You got a stationary shooter, and it's craps, just like the rest of them. So anyway, that's how Texas Hold'em got started in California. They say it's been played in Nevada and all that. I don't know, because I used to go to Reno all the time in the 70s, and the only games that I ever played were 7-card stud or 6-card stud. In Reno, anyway. I don't know what they played in Vegas. In Vegas, I'm sure it was there, but whenever I was in Vegas, 7-card stud and Omaha were the two games that were always spread that I saw. I guess Hold'em existed, but somewhere in the back, somewhere. It wasn't popular. It was never really on the board. I can't remember it being on the board. It probably was. But the point is, all you kids that are telling your parents, yeah, because you won a couple $100 or $1,000, or you won a daily tournament in Vegas or something, saying, I'm pretty damn good, and I'm going to go play poker for a living. And you see these interviews on the TV with these people, with their parents, and they're going, well, we thought he was a little nuts, but he won this big tournament, so yeah, he must be good, and da-da-da. Look, the bottom line is you're going to have months, if not a few years. You're not going to get any cards. Everything's going to go against you. You can be out playing everybody at the table. That don't mean nothing in a Hold'em game. Bottom line is luck will always run down skill. There's just no way around it. You can be the most skillful player and know every move you need to know in Texas Hold'em. It doesn't matter. The kid who's lucky, he's the one who's going to win. Look at the final table of the 2008 World Series of Poker. I knew in the first half hour who was going to win. It was this East German kid or something. He was a kid compared to all the other people at the table. He was hitting everything he was hit. The guy who was hot 4 months before that, because for some reason this year they waited 4 months for to play the final table, so they had to take a 4-month break. The guy who was hot was no longer hot. So anyway, the kid who won, he hit. The shooter was on his side. He hit everything he drew to. It's as simple as that. I knew in the first half hour. That dragged out for 2 hours, but in the first half hour, if you know anything about poker at all, and especially about holdem and how it works, you knew who was going to win. There was just no way around it. The announcers were saying this Russian kid, he won 2 tournaments in a row in Russia during that 4 months, and he's just... No, he didn't have a chance against this kid. This kid was hitting everything. The shooter was clearly on his side. And the shooter's not trying to be on his side, it's just the bottom line. Luck will always beat skill in Texas Hold'em, just like in any other gambling game. Whenever you're at a casino, it's not because you skillfully pulled that handle that you hit the $10 million jackpot. All right? Texas Hold'em, same principle apply. Texas Hold'em, you need a little bit more skill. You need to know how to suck people in. Get them, because there's always chumps at a poker table. You'll always find one. They'll always give you money. But not if it's that chump's lucky day. If that's his day, it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going home with any money. You're going to leave everything that you brought there, or in his pocket, or somebody else's pocket. It doesn't matter. It's not. If it's not your lucky time, it doesn't matter how well you think you're playing. They got a guy at the Poker Idiot. He berates everybody. In a real poker room before California legalized gambling, this guy would have been tossed out. Every freaking poker room he would have entered if he berated players like that, and probably beaten up in the parking lot a bunch of times. But this Texas Hold'em allows these people to be jerks, to call people donkeys or whatever their sexual preferences are. They make out with donkeys. It seems to me they're always trying to pull kids into their donkey sex acts or whatever. The point is, you don't berate people. You got kings, so what? You got 2 cards. In Texas Hold'em, you get 2 cards, and then you got to make a financial decision based on 2 cards. Yet you cannot take the pot without a 5-card poker hand. The poker professionals that I grew up around in California call that gambling. I better play this hand. It's very stupid. You're gambling. Doesn't matter if you have a pair of aces and the kid has 7-3 and he calls you with the 7-3, calls your big raise with a 7-3. If the kid's been hitting it, who the hell is he to say? If he's been hitting everything that he's been drawn to, why not? So he beats you. So what? You're going to berate him for it? You want those calls if you got a pocket pair. I want the call. Give me this. You call me with a 7-3, beautiful. But the bottom line is, if the kid wins, why would you call him an animal name? Why would you berate him? That makes no sense at all. So those are the kind of people that are actually are considered professional poker players. All right, that's horseshit. They're idiots, and they are gambling. I just bet the pot. But anyway, I think I made the point here. There's a lie about Texas Hold'em that all these guys are professional poker players and all that. No, they're professional borrowers or they're professional lenders, except for the guys who sell ads, the guys who they make commercials for. All these poker players, those guys are making money on the side from it. So you can go ahead and consider them professionals, because they're making money on it without even playing in a game. And if you buy their books, all you're doing is putting them in another game. You can learn online for free. Cost you nothing. Learn by playing for free. Don't spend a dime on it. So there you go. There's a little bit of the lies of Texas Hold'em. Don't tell mom and dad, yeah, I'm good, so I want a daily down in Vegas, so I'm going to quit my job and go be a professional poker player. You're not, or a professional Hold'em player. You're not. You're telling them you're going to be a professional slot puller, or a professional crap shooter. That's what you're telling them. Don't do it. And that's it for now. Talk at you later.